Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this one we'll be taking a look at all the any percent Gloomy Manor speedrun shortcuts. Now you may be wondering, why are you making a shortcut guide if backjumps and wallhops are no longer in game? Well, this is because someone actually made a remake of Flood Escape 2 that has the backjumps and the wallhops again. And this game got a separate category on speedrun.com, which means it's possible to speedrun Flood Escape 2 again with the superior physics. Now there are actually a few games that have these wallhops and backjumps back, but I'll be focusing on Flood Escape 2 Reborn because that's the one I've been speedrunning, and I'll show you a run at the end like I always do. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So once the map starts, we want to make sure we slide under the opening door, jump across, and then we have to do a head hitter under the railing. You can see in my run I kind of failed it. You want to make sure you get out of there as soon as possible, and then we arrive at our first shortcut, which is a double back jump. You can do it from the platform itself, which is a little bit easier, like that. But it's faster if you want to try to do it in one motion. So for example, if we're starting here, then we'll jump to the platform and try to get the back jump immediately like that. Then the second part of the shortcut is another back jump on this black part. Now this back jump is not really possible to get from the platform itself, but you have to do it in one smooth motion to make it a bit faster. Like sometimes you don't get it, but then also, since this is made of different material, you can get a wall hop as well. So what I like to do is go into this shortcut and always do this wall hop, even if I get enough height for the back jump. Then I always make it, and there are no problems. So I'm gonna try to do it one more time. Alright, unfortunately I failed the wall hop there, but that's the idea. Now for the third part of this shortcut, we need to get to the button here, which means we need to get ourselves on this pole and do a head heater on this platform. Now for this one, I think it's a bit easier to get on the pole if we angle ourselves like this. This sets us up for the head hitter really nice, because now we can go immediately in the other direction with D. So I use W and A to get on top, and then I use D to do the head hitter afterwards. And we can do this in a fairly smooth motion to do this shortcut quite fast. Then afterwards, we've made our way on top of this roof. Now in the Sandbox, they don't have this platform. The only way to do it here is by doing a back jump on the house itself, which is quite tricky. But I don't think this is faster. Another way to do it is just simply right around from here, try to hit the platform, do an immediate back jump on that platform, and then you can usually make it on top of the button, but it's a really high back jump you have to make. So alternatively, you could try to flick or a shift lock wall up near the end of it, like I also did in my run, because I didn't quite get enough height, and that way you can make it to the button as well. Now once we've made our way inside, we can gain a little bit of time by sliding into the button, because sliding gives you a much better hitbox in front of you. This way you don't have to go as far, you can go immediately back. Then for the button on top of the boxes, there's another little trick that I do. If you slide while you're mid-air, you immediately fall to the ground. It's kind of like a ground pound in Mario games, right? So in order to minimize my air time, I use these ground pounds to immediately wrap myself around the corner and move on to the next section. So then we arrive at this shortcut, and you can do this one in multiple ways. But I found the fastest way is usually there's a pole here, and you can do a back jump from this platform immediately to the platform with the button. So in simple terms, it looks like this. It's a little more complicated if you do it in one motion like that, but with enough practice you can get it. And once you've made your way on top of this platform, you can angle yourself differently, press shift lock, and then your arm touches the button and you can continue. Now alternatively, you can do a wall hop on this black part. Maybe a little bit easier for you if you're not really that familiar with back jumps. In that case, you can either do a shift lock wall hop, or if you're playing on lower FPS, so I'm just gonna swap to like 120 FPS, and then you can also do a flick wall hop on this black part, just like that. So after I make it in this last room, I try to take the best lines possible to the button, then I do a back jump on the painting. Now this is a really cool part, but with the emote called reanimate, when you use this emote, you fall backwards quite a bit. So you can actually use this hitbox to hit this button through the wall, which means you don't actually have to go under the stairs. And this saves a lot of time. So you can see here I align myself in front of the button, I use the emote, and actually get this button. So that was actually already all the shortcuts that Gloomy Manor has to offer. It's not the most complicated map, but taking world record lines can be quite challenging. Now if you're planning on playing Flood 2 Reborn, I recommend giving these shortcuts a try, and I hope to see you there sometime. I do hope that you guys enjoyed, but without further ado, let's get into the full run.